think the stream's working. I think I'll go with all default settings because I just want the most vanilla experience, because I haven't completed the game, the base game, without any modifiers yet. Set up infrastructure for electricity and build electric drills so that you have something which gives you coal periodically, without you having to manually mine it. How to open the craft bench. Okay. No, that's not it. Controls. Okay, it's E. Yeah. I need iron for this. This will keep giving me 100 coal every so often without me needing to worry about it because they'll keep refueling each other. So that's neat. I need to wait a bit for my coal setup to give me something because without that I'm just hamstrung for energy. I don't want to use trees because I think they'll be pretty handy when I'm trying to create electric poles. Okay, that's enough coal to get a lot of iron. This is new. I don't remember having to research steam power, and I definitely don't remember anything that could be researched by just crafting items. I think these were just available off the bat. You didn't have to do anything for them to be available. That's cool. I guess the Space Age update added that. We gotta wait. We gotta wait till we have enough copper and I think we have enough wood. So yeah, I think we just need to wait for enough copper and iron plates so that I could create generators and set up the power grid infrastructure so that we can progress to electric grids. I have played the game before, but I've never completed it. I always quit at the halfway mark, right after maybe discovering oil, because I think that's when it gets too complex and those bugs, the enemies, they mess things up, and I just lose motivation to just progress past that. But yeah, this time will be different. If I remember correctly, two steam engines can go with a single broiler. And we need pipes here. Pipes, an offshore pump. That should be it. Okay, let me head out. I know you can get iron plates and whatnot. You can get ammo by scavenging your ship, but I think it's pretty cool to have that around as just a landmark. Should be the first thing that we build out of electricity. I think it probably makes sense to have this electricity automated by having an electric drill mine coal and direct that to the generators. But I'll probably hold off on that because the first thing I want is automation. I want automation, and I want to set up labs, which costs a lot of iron. So I think I'll be willing to just run around the map at the beginning and just hold off on automation for the benefit of being able to craft labs and research faster. Okay, wait, I need to research to get electric drills. Okay, it costs 10 red signs. Okay, I think I can make red signs by hand. Okay, I need to first craft a lab, which costs copper, which I'm pretty sure I have. this area for my labs, I guess. For now. Wait, why isn't this working? There's no electricity. I think I missed a connection somewhere. Yeah. No. Did that fix it? I think it was a ghost pole, and I hadn't actually placed it. thing with this game is it becomes really addictive, but you gotta cross that threshold where it's kind of boring. So it's kind of boring for the first couple of hours, uh, which is right now when you haven't set up everything and you gotta walk around the map to get stuff done. But once you start uh, to come up with a vision of your factory and a vision of how you automate things and you start implementing that, that's when it becomes addictive. Then comes a second, I guess, barrier when you have a factory, you have things automated, but things start growing out of control and it becomes too complex, and that's when I've quit previously. But let's hope that it doesn't come to that. I remember designing this elaborate bus conveyor system right to my whole factory with a central bus, and that became too complex and I just couldn't. The only way I thought of maybe managing that was to redesign it, and that was too much work, so I just quit. That is one philosophy of building a factory, which is to have a giant bus. Uh, the other is a modular factory design, and I think I'll go the latter route. I think modularity is better because the thing which I mentioned about bus, it just becomes too complex, and any mistake would just compound in its negative effects as your factory grows. Okay, why did it stop? Oh, okay, I need 25 red signs. 10 seconds each into 25. Okay, I'll probably need to go back to just using coal burners for a bit. Okay, this is done. Uh, Electric mining drill. I need a lot of iron for this. I still need to manually, or I guess have a conveyor belt, keep refueling my coal furnaces because electric furnace is something which is unlocked quite late in the game. Not too late, but I guess we're still a couple of hours away from that. Okay, they've added something known as the big mining drill as well. This didn't used to exist, I think, prior the Space Age DLC. That is great because I think the number one problem was with Factorio was it was difficult to scale, given that the only mining drill that you had access to was the basic electric mining drill throughout the game. Yeah, I think this solves a real problem. Okay. To figure out the ratio between one electric mining drill to X stone furnaces. How do I do that? Factorio ratios. Yeah, this is. This has a mining speed of 0.5 per second, which means that it gives me an iron every 2 seconds. Yeah, and this has a crafting speed of 1, so I have to look at this. So it takes 3.2 seconds to create an iron plate, and it takes 2 seconds to produce an iron ore, right? Sheets. One every 2 seconds, and this is 1 every 3.2 seconds. So the ratio between the drills to the ratio of furnaces should be the same. It should be 2:3.2. So if I have 2 drills over here, I should ideally have 3.2 furnaces, but let's go with 4 because having extra capacity is always good. Okay. Now I need inserters, for which I need. What do I need? I need iron plates. I'm out of iron plates. Eventually, once I have enough plates, I'll just. Okay, let me just create that using ghosts. How do I. How do I like duplicate this? No. Shift Q. Control Q. I don't know. Q for duplicate doesn't seem to work if you don't already have that item in your inventory, which I don't, but I was hoping that I could at least place the ghosts of that item in the place where I eventually plan it to be. Let's distract. Just bring in more coal, and I think I should scale up my coal factory using just the furnace drills. But yeah, make it bigger, because right now I think the most coal I can have accumulated over here is 100, which is practically nothing. Now it's 200. Okay, that's cool for now. Great. Now we have an iron plate automated factory setup, which I think produces. How much does it produce? So this is an iron ore every 2 seconds. So two of them will give me an iron ore per second, and these four furnaces will ideally consume all of that, because this has more capacity than what this produces. So yeah, I think the rate of iron plate production should be 1 unit per second. I think I'll just duplicate the same with copper. And I need to somehow automate my electricity as well. I need to set up a conveyor belt line which takes in coal from here and feeds it to my generators. But that's going to need a lot of conveyor belts, and I don't have the excess iron for that. I think the next thing I should do is just automate red signs production, which only needs iron. Yes, no, okay, it needs a copper too. So I'll need to first duplicate this and then automate red signs. Cool. Okay. I hope we have enough electricity for all of this. I think I can view it with P. Production. Okay, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm cool. We are cool on the electricity front because we are producing like 10 times more than what we are using. You know what would suck? It would suck if those bugs came in right now and just messed everything up, because I haven't been paying attention to that, and I suppose the moment that this pollution reaches either of these bug hives, they'll start attacking. Initially it's going to be manageable. I think I can just manage with a pistol, but the second or the third time they attack, it's going to be, yeah, I'm going to lose something important. So yeah, I need to start planning on that front too. How do I do that? I think I should probably set up turrets as soon as possible. I need to first research that, and I need to set up turrets on both the copper and iron factories. And the electricity too. Because I think the way the pollution's moving, it's going to target this hive first, and it's closest to my electricity plant. Cool. We have a 1 unit per second factory set up for both copper and iron. They aren't fully automated. I need to manually feed coal, but I think they'll do for now, which is the immediate goal being to set up a red science factory. Okay, let's look up on what needs to be done with red signs. Okay, so it takes 2 iron number. And if I want a 1 unit per second factory for red signs, I'll probably need to first double up what I have with iron. Red signs. Okay, so what are the stats? It takes 5 seconds. Given that you have a copper plate and an iron gear wheel, so I'll probably need a way to, I probably need a conveyor belt incoming with iron gear wheels, and I'll need to probably set up a factory for that as well. Okay, but first I need to research this. It takes just 10 red signs. I should have placed my electricity plant over here, because the problem with it being here is that if bugs attack, then it's too far away for me to do anything. Yeah, I'll probably need to set up a turret there ASAP. Start with automation. Factorio is probably a terrible game to stream because, oh, I ran out of electricity. It's a terrible game to stream because I think it is not really that viewable on small screens because this guy is so fucking tiny. When zoomed out, it's hard for me to see him. And that's on a big screen. But yeah, I chose this game because I really like the idea of Factorio, but I couldn't get myself to play it because the start is so boring. And what's even more difficult is just continuing with it when it gets difficult in the middle stages. So I just thought that maybe if I stream it, I'll probably have some incentive to just march on, regardless of how tedious it gets. Okay, yeah, we have automation. Cool. Turrets. Yeah, let's start with turrets. Yeah, let's think about the red science automation factory. So yeah, I need to double up my iron production to 2 units per second. I think I should probably triple it because red science isn't the only thing I'll be needing iron plates for. Uh, okay, so this has a crafting speed of zero point 0.5, which means that if it says it takes a second to craft, let's say, an iron gear wheel, it says it takes zero point 0.5 seconds, so it's going to take double that because the crafting speed is just half. So, okay, just one automation plant which is making iron gear wheels can take up 2 iron plates a second. Okay, I probably need a really fast inserter to make this happen too. Um, okay, let me open up Excalibur. I have a 2 unit per second. Two. Wait, why don't I see text? Stroke text. A 2 unit per second iron factory. Copper 1 unit per second. This feeds into gear assembler. It consumes 2 units of iron plate per second and makes 1 gear per second. And that's it, right? Yeah, okay. So how many assemblers do I need to consume all of what I'm making and give me a unit of red science a second? So it takes 5 seconds, but you gotta double that up because of the half crafting speed. So I think I'm guessing 10 assemblers. Yeah. Okay, this is the blueprint now. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought I lost all my iron. I didn't realize I had queued up so many electric drills. I don't need that. That should be enough for doubling this up. I need more inserters. So it was 3.2, right? So double that up and you get 6.4. So I think I'll be okay with just 7 furnaces. I don't need 8. All of this goes into one assembler. Okay, where should I set this up? I should probably use this area. Yeah, let's do that. I need a ton of transport belts. I think you can do away with the coal burner inserter because that burner inserter is going to take the coal if it needs. You don't need to worry about feeding it. Yeah, that's neat. There's 2 logistics. I think I should probably have gone for the gun. I really want to be proactive when it comes to defending myself from the bugs because it's going to be really hard to fix things if they mess things up. If the bugs just destroy stuff. Once I have the red signs production set up, I can just speed run through all of these unlocks and just start working on uh, walls. Yeah, walls, those are really important, so I need to work with stone ore to set that up. And yeah, just defense of whatever we have till now. That includes setting up turrets, setting up walls, and whatnot. And then maybe let's look toward automating green signs, which is going to be much more complicated. The red signs is a cakewalk compared to Actually, every science pack is a cakewalk compared to the one which comes after it. Yeah, black science is a really difficult step up because that needs you to incorporate multiple types of resources like coals and whatnot, because you need a grenade to make that. So you probably need 3 inserters going in and out. Or wait, what is it? Because I think it's not working up to its full efficiency. I see a small, brief instant where it's not working, and that adds up. Yeah, I probably need 3 inserters going in. And 2 coming out. Yeah, that should be fine. Maybe I want it 5 a row but 2 columns. I think that would be more organized. Or would it? How would that work? Okay, wait. Let's forget about that for now and bring in the copper line. Let's do this. So this one conveyor belt will have both of the necessary ingredients for red signs, just on different sides of it, left being for copper and right being for the gears. Yeah, I think I figured it out. I'll do 5 a row and 2 columns. That is good. This conveyor belt will carry out the produced red signs. Okay, I have 6 here. This should be good. And this loops around. But I'll need to get rid of this. Cool. I think we have implemented our vision. Yeah, this is working good. Now I just need to hook all of this up into those laboratories so that we can actually begin researching stuff. So 1 unit per second is how fast we're producing red signs. So how many labs do I need to consume all of that? I think that depends on what we are researching. Usually it's 10, sometimes it's 15. So it takes 15 seconds for a lab to consume a red signs. Okay, so I'm just gonna not overthink this and just place as many labs as I can right now. Now we can start focusing on securing our factory, what we have built so far, and also scaling up our electricity because I think we might probably be hitting a wall with that soon. Yeah. I think the last time we checked it was just 10% of our total production. Now it's almost 60% or 75%. And once we have the labs up and running, I think it's going to be pushing right up against that. But that's pretty straightforward. What's going to be more difficult is finding out a way. Okay, wait, I'm out of electricity. I think I ran out of coal. Great, yes. Signs per minute is 10. Shouldn't it be 60 because I'm producing one red signs a second? Why is it so low? Wait, what's going on? All of them seem to be working. 5 seconds. Oh, I think it will take a while for the stats to reflect reality. Probably. Because, let me open up P. Yeah, it's 60 per minute. Great. Sorry. walls and turrets. I had so much iron, but it seems I have used it all. Okay, wait, there must be iron in each of these furnaces. Okay. Set. Okay, where do I stand with electricity? Oh no. Oh, wait. What's going on? Because I remember using much more electricity when these labs weren't running, but now it seemed to have dipped. Yeah. I think it's because of these furnaces not working, and as a consequence, the drill's not having to work as much. So I need to take coal and use that to refuel the furnaces. I hate doing this, but the alternative would be to somehow create a huge conveyor belt system which goes either from here or here. I think for copper, I think this makes sense, and for iron, I think this makes sense. But yeah, regardless, I need to set up a huge conveyor belt network which takes coal from here to the iron factory, copper factory, and the power generation plant as well. I hate having huge conveyor systems. I think that is what trains are for, and I know that it probably makes sense from an efficiency perspective to just go with a conveyor belt for now, but I think I'll probably just do it manually till the time I can afford a train, or till the time I unlock a train. Okay, let me just scale this up further. So now this produces 300 coal every so often. I think the goal for the first day was to just set up a red science factory, and that is something which we have achieved. I'll just use the remaining, I guess, 15 minutes, because I intended this to be a 90-minute stream. I'll just use the remaining 15 minutes to set up a stone factory, because that is absolutely critical to set up defenses around this area. I think copper is probably the safest of all of my of all of my infrastructure. I think this is the safest because that's the furthest away from the bug hives. Iron and my power generation plant is probably what's gonna get attacked first. So I'll just place a turret here. Oh, I need ammo. Okay, so that's something which I need to probably set up ASAP, which is an ammo generation plant. It can be slow, it can be inefficient, but it needs to be there. The same with stone. It doesn't need to be efficient, it just needs to be there. Oh god. I'm out of power. I'm out of coal too. What does it take to make green science? It takes 5, so much more iron, and a bit more copper too. So yeah, yeah, iron needs to be scaled up. Now we have double the capacity. Let me making green because I think that's the most visible. Orange, which was the color before this, I think that is probably the worst color when it comes to visibility because the entire most of the terrain is orange. Okay, wait. Most of the terrain is green too. I should probably make it pink. How do you make pink? Yeah. What do I do now? Okay. I need these. Wait, what is the production rates for stone? Stone, okay. It takes 2 stone. Is this the same as iron? No, it isn't. It is the same in the sense that it takes 3.2 seconds, but you need 2 stones to make a stone brick. That means it's the same as this, but you need to double your electric drill count. So 4 electric drills point to 4 furnaces. But let's not aim for that. Let's do 2 drills to 2 furnaces because I think that should be enough for now. How long till I unlock trains? Railway. Okay, so it's not that far away. I just need to get enough uh, green signs. I just need to automate green signs. Was thinking about that because I need to somehow get this coal uh, into the places where it's needed, and I want to do that without having huge conveyor belt networks because I think it just looks ugly. How do you make walls? You take 5 stone bricks and you make walls in 0.5 seconds. That's pretty quick. I think let's just hold off on a wall factory for now. I think wherever walls are needed, I can just make them manually for now. Given that I have stones coming in from here. But walls are pretty expensive, 5 stones. And I'm making, I don't know, less than 1 unit of stone, I would say. You can probably check this for the accurate production metrics. So yeah, it's 50, but I think that will dip because it looks to me that the furnaces are consuming faster than what the tools are able to produce. Great. I think this is good. This is good for day one. Tomorrow I'll try to automate green signs, which is going to be much more difficult than automating red signs because we need to scale up iron drastically. At least triple what we have right now. We need to scale up copper too, and that will probably be a factory which gets set up someplace here. Uh, but yeah, once we have that, we should be set with railways, and that will solve our coal problem. And then we can look towards oil and whatever's ahead of that. Great, yeah. March 6. Goodbye.